Here's what to do if you are skinny fat. The best way I like to identify if someone is skinny fat or not is to simply just look at their arms. If you have very thin arms, but you also have a belly, that generally means you are skinny fat. So what do you do in that situation when you are skinny fat? Well, luckily I myself started out skinny fat, so I know the exact steps that need to be taken to get a pretty decent physique. First things first, a lot of people are going to tell you to bulk to put on muscle. This is the last thing that you want to do. The reason for that is that muscle can be built in a deficit quite easily, especially if you are a beginner. Muscle building is not an energy-driven process. What does that mean? Well, it means that the more food you eat doesn't necessarily correlate to the amount of muscle you're going to gain. Muscle gain is purely a stimulus-driven process. That means muscle is gained relative to how hard you push yourself in the gym with resistance training. Unfortunately, what that means for you if you are starting out skinny fat is that you are going to need to lose that excess fat. First of all, that excess fat is very unhealthy for you, especially if you have a low muscle mass. However, just losing the fat is not enough. You do have to build muscle in the process. So what you're going to need to do is work out a training program for yourself that gets you into the gym lifting weights consistently at least 2 to 3 times a week. So to summarize, if you are skinny fat, the main thing you need to do is immediately start eating in a caloric deficit while also training with weights at least 3 times a week. If you're interested in more educational content like this surrounding fitness, feel free to drop a follow. I would really appreciate it.